What if everything you've ever known, every thought, every memory, every moment of awareness, was just the tip of an iceberg floating in a vast ocean of hidden dimensions? What if consciousness itself is not confined to the three-dimensional world we see, but stretches far beyond, into realms we can barely imagine? Today, we're diving into one of the most profound mysteries of existence, the connection between consciousness and the hidden dimensions of the universe. From the holographic nature of reality to the possibility of parallel universes, we'll explore 30 mind-bending theories that challenge everything you think you know about the cosmos and yourself. So buckle up, because this journey will take you to the very edges of science, philosophy, and the unknown. Are you ready to uncover the secrets of the universe's hidden dimensions? Let's begin. Now, let's step into the first theory, one that might completely reshape how you see the world around you. Imagine the universe as a hologram, a vast, intricate projection of information encoded in higher dimensions. This is the essence of the holographic universe theory. At its core, it suggests that everything we perceive, our thoughts, our memories, even the physical world itself, might be a kind of three-dimensional illusion, a projection from a deeper, more complex reality that exists in dimensions beyond our own. Think of it like this: if you've ever seen a hologram, you know it's a flat surface that somehow creates the illusion of depth. Now, scale that up to the entire cosmos. What if the universe works the same way? What if the stars, planets, and even your own consciousness are just the surface-level projections of something far more profound? This theory doesn't just belong to the realm of science fiction. It's rooted in cutting-edge physics. Scientists studying black holes have discovered something fascinating. The information about everything that falls into a black hole isn't lost. Instead, it's encoded on the black hole's surface like a cosmic hard drive. This discovery led to the idea that our universe might operate similarly, with all the information about reality stored on a two-dimensional boundary, projected into the three-dimensional world we experience. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. If the universe is a hologram, then consciousness itself might be a projection of this higher dimensional information. In other words, your thoughts, your awareness, and your sense of self could be part of a much larger, interconnected system, a system that exists beyond the limits of space and time as we know them. This theory bridges the gap between physics and metaphysics, blending the scientific study of the universe with the philosophical exploration of existence. It challenges us to rethink not just the nature of reality, but also our place within it. If the universe is a hologram, then what does that mean for free will, for identity, or for the very fabric of existence? The implications are staggering. It suggests that the boundaries between mind and matter, between the observer and the observed, might be far more fluid than we've ever imagined. It opens the door to the possibility that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain, but a fundamental feature of the universe itself. As we move forward, keep this idea in mind. The holographic universe theory invites us to see reality not as a fixed, unchanging thing, but as a dynamic, interconnected web of information, a web in which consciousness plays a central role. And with that, let's turn our attention to the next theory, where we'll explore how consciousness might exist across multiple universes. Now, let's take a step beyond the holographic universe and venture into a concept that stretches the boundaries of imagination, the multiverse. Picture this: not just one universe, but countless others, each with its own unique set of physical laws, dimensions, and possibilities. This is the multiverse theory, and it raises a fascinating question. Could consciousness exist across these infinite realities? At its heart, the multiverse theory suggests that our universe is just one of many, perhaps even an infinite number, coexisting in a vast cosmic tapestry. Some of these universes might be nearly identical to ours, with only slight variations, while others could be wildly different, governed by entirely unfamiliar rules. But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. If consciousness is a fundamental aspect of reality, as some theories propose, then it might not be confined to just one universe. Instead, our awareness could be a fragment of a much larger, multidimensional consciousness that spans across these parallel worlds. Think of it like a tree with countless branches. Each branch represents a different universe, and the sap flowing through them, the essence of consciousness, connects them all. In this view, your sense of self, your thoughts, and your experiences might not be limited to the reality you're currently aware of. Instead, they could be part of a broader, interconnected network of awareness that exists simultaneously across multiple dimensions. This idea challenges our traditional understanding of individuality and identity. If consciousness is multidimensional, then the you in this universe might be just one version of a much larger, more complex being. Other versions of you could exist in parallel realities, each experiencing a different life, making different choices, and perhaps even interacting with other versions of themselves in ways we can't yet comprehend. But how does this connect to the multiverse? Some scientists and philosophers suggest that the existence of multiple universes could explain certain mysteries of consciousness, such as déjà vu or the feeling of being connected to something greater than ourselves. These experiences might be glimpses into other dimensions, moments when our awareness briefly overlaps with another version of reality. The implications of this theory are profound. It suggests that consciousness isn't just a local phenomenon tied to our brains, but a universal one that transcends the boundaries of space, time, and even individual universes. It opens up the possibility that our awareness is part of a cosmic symphony, playing out across countless dimensions, each note contributing to the grander melody of existence. As we continue our journey, let's keep this thought in mind. The multiverse theory invites us to see consciousness not as something isolated, but as a thread woven into the fabric of reality itself, a thread that connects us to infinite possibilities. And with that, let's turn our attention to the next theory, where we'll explore how vibrations in higher dimensions might shape the very essence of consciousness. Now, let's shift our focus to a theory that ties the very fabric of reality to the rhythms of existence, string theory, and vibrational consciousness. Imagine the universe not as a collection of solid particles, but as a symphony of tiny, vibrating strings. These strings, according to string theory, are the fundamental building blocks of everything from the stars above to the thoughts within your mind. But what if these vibrations aren't just shaping matter? What if they're also shaping consciousness itself? At its core, string theory proposes that everything in the universe is made up of incredibly small, one-dimensional strings. These strings vibrate at different frequencies, and it's these vibrations that determine the properties of particles, like their mass and charge. But here's where it gets fascinating. Some scientists and philosophers suggest that these vibrations might also be the foundation of consciousness. In other words, the same strings that create the physical world could also be responsible for the intangible world of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. Think of it like this: if the universe is a grand orchestra, then each string is an instrument playing its own unique note. Together, these notes create the harmony of reality. But what if your consciousness is also part of this symphony? What if your thoughts and perceptions are simply the result of specific vibrations resonating within the higher dimensions of existence? This idea suggests that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain, but a fundamental aspect of the universe itself, woven into the very fabric of space and time. This theory also offers a new perspective on how we experience reality. If our thoughts and perceptions are influenced by these vibrations, then what we perceive as reality might just be one particular frequency among countless others. It's like tuning a radio. You can only hear the station you're tuned into, but that doesn't mean the other stations don't exist. Similarly, our consciousness might be tuned to a specific vibrational frequency, limiting our awareness to a single slice of a much broader, multidimensional reality. But what does this mean for us? If consciousness is vibrational, then altering these vibrations could potentially change how we perceive the world. Practices like meditation, sound healing, or even certain psychedelic experiences might work by shifting these vibrational frequencies, allowing us to access different states of awareness or even glimpse into other dimensions. This idea bridges the gap between science and spirituality, suggesting that the ancient practices of altering consciousness might have a scientific basis rooted in the vibrations of the universe. As we explore this theory, it's worth considering how interconnected everything truly is. The same vibrations that create the stars and galaxies might also be shaping your thoughts and emotions. It's a humbling reminder that we're not separate from the universe, we're an integral part of its cosmic dance. And with that, let's move forward to our next theory, where we'll examine the intriguing possibility that our universe might be a simulation, and consciousness could be the key to unlocking its hidden code. Now, let's step into a theory that challenges everything we think we know about reality, the simulation hypothesis. What if the universe we live in isn't the base layer of existence, but rather an incredibly advanced simulation? This idea, once the stuff of science fiction, has gained serious traction among scientists, philosophers, and even tech visionaries. At its heart, the simulation hypothesis suggests that our reality is a meticulously crafted program, and consciousness itself might be a programmed feature within this grand design. Imagine the universe as a vast, intricate computer simulation. Every star, every planet, every thought you have, all of it could be lines of code running on some unimaginably powerful system. If this is true, then consciousness might not be a product of biology, but rather a sophisticated algorithm designed to give the illusion of self-awareness. It's a mind-bending concept, but it raises fascinating questions. Who or what is running the simulation, and why? One intriguing aspect of this theory is the role of hidden dimensions. If our universe is a simulation, then these dimensions could be the underlying framework, the code that makes everything work. Just as a video game relies on hidden programming to create its world, our reality might depend on dimensions we can't perceive. These dimensions could contain the rules and parameters that govern everything, from the laws of physics to the flow of time. In this view, consciousness might be a way for the simulation to process and interpret these rules, giving us the experience of being alive. But how could we ever know if we're living in a simulation? Some theorists suggest that glitches or anomalies in reality might be clues. For example, déjà vu or strange coincidences could be signs of the simulation's underlying code. Others propose that advanced civilizations might one day develop the technology to create such simulations, and if they did, the odds are high that we're already living in one. It's a thought that blurs the line between science and philosophy, inviting us to question the very nature of existence. What's even more fascinating is how this theory connects to consciousness. If consciousness is a programmed feature, then it might be possible to manipulate or even transcend it. Practices like meditation, lucid dreaming, or even certain technologies could be ways to hack the simulation, allowing us to glimpse beyond the programmed reality. This idea bridges the gap between ancient spiritual practices and cutting-edge science, suggesting that the quest for enlightenment might actually be a quest to understand the code of the universe. As we ponder this theory, it's worth considering the implications. If our reality is a simulation, then everything we experience, our joys, our struggles, our sense of self, might be part of a larger design. It's a humbling thought, but also an empowering one. After all, if we're part of a simulation, then we're also part of something far greater than ourselves. And with that, let's turn our attention to the next theory, where we'll explore the ancient concept of the Akashic Records, a higher dimensional library said to contain the knowledge of all existence. Now, let's shift our focus to a concept that has fascinated mystics, philosophers, and even some scientists for centuries: the Akashic Records. Imagine a vast cosmic library, not made of books or physical materials, but of energy and information. This is the Akashic Records, a higher dimensional repository said to contain the collective knowledge, experiences, and memories of every being that has ever existed. It's like the universe's own hard drive, storing everything that has ever happened, is happening, or will happen. The idea of the Akashic Records originates from ancient spiritual traditions, particularly in Hinduism and Theosophy, where it's described as a non-physical plane of existence. Think of it as a dimension beyond our usual perception, where time and space don't operate in the way we understand them. In this realm, every thought, every action, and every event is recorded as vibrational imprints, creating an eternal archive of universal wisdom. But how does consciousness fit into this? Some theorists suggest that our minds, or perhaps our souls, have the ability to tap into this dimension. Through heightened states of awareness, such as deep meditation, lucid dreaming, or even near-death experiences, we might be able to access the Akashic Records. It's as if our consciousness becomes a kind of antenna, tuning into frequencies that connect us to this vast reservoir of knowledge. In these moments, we might gain insights, memories, or even visions that feel as though they're coming from a source far beyond ourselves. What's fascinating is how this concept intersects with modern ideas about consciousness and dimensions. If the Akashic Records exist in a higher dimension, then accessing them could be a way for consciousness to transcend the limitations of our physical reality. It's like stepping outside the boundaries of time and space to glimpse the bigger picture. Some even believe that intuition, déjà vu, or sudden flashes of inspiration could be subtle hints that we're tapping into this cosmic database, even if we're not fully aware of it. The implications of this theory are profound. If the Akashic Records are real, then every piece of knowledge we seek, whether it's about our past lives, the mysteries of the universe, or even our own potential, could already exist within this dimension. It's a reminder that consciousness might not be confined to the brain or the body, but could be a gateway to something far greater. And as we explore this idea further, it invites us to consider how much of our reality is shaped by the unseen dimensions that surround us. With this in mind, let's move forward to our next theory, where we'll explore how the fifth dimension might influence our perception of time and consciousness. Now, let's step into a realm where time itself bends and twists the fifth dimension. Unlike the three spatial dimensions we navigate every day, or even the fourth dimension of time as we know it, the fifth dimension introduces a mind-bending concept, a layer of reality where past, present, and future might coexist simultaneously. Imagine time not as a straight line, but as a vast, interconnected web where every moment is accessible all at once. This is the fifth dimension, and it could hold the key to understanding how consciousness transcends the limits of linear time. In our everyday lives, we experience time as a sequence, one moment following another in a predictable order. But what if this is just a limited perspective? Some theorists propose that in the fifth dimension, time isn't linear at all. Instead, it's more like a landscape where every event, every decision, and every possibility exists at once. Consciousness, in this view, might not be bound by the constraints of past, present, and future. Instead, it could exist outside of time, perceiving all moments simultaneously. Think of it like watching a movie from above, where you can see the entire story unfold at once, rather than frame by frame. This idea has profound implications for how we understand our own awareness. If consciousness exists in the fifth dimension, then our sense of time might be more fluid than we realize. Have you ever had a dream where time seemed to stretch or collapse, or a moment of intuition where you felt as though you were glimpsing the future? These experiences could be subtle hints that our consciousness is tapping into this higher dimensional reality, where time operates in a completely different way. The fifth dimension also challenges our understanding of free will and destiny. If all moments exist at once, does that mean our future is already written? Or does it mean that our consciousness has the ability to navigate this vast landscape, choosing which moments to experience? Some theorists suggest that our awareness might be like a traveler, moving through the fifth dimension and selecting which threads of time to follow. This could explain why some people feel a deep sense of déjà vu, or why others seem to have prophetic dreams. What's truly fascinating is how this theory connects to other ideas about consciousness and dimensions. If the fifth dimension allows us to perceive time in a non-linear way, then it's possible that our consciousness is far more expansive than we realize. It's not just a product of our brains, but a multidimensional phenomenon, capable of existing beyond the boundaries of space and time. This opens up incredible possibilities for exploring the nature of reality and our place within it. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the fifth dimension, it invites us to rethink not only how we perceive time, but also how we understand ourselves. Could our consciousness be a bridge between dimensions, allowing us to glimpse the infinite? And if so, what does that mean for the way we live our lives? These are the questions that lead us into our next theory, where we'll explore the strange and fascinating world of quantum entanglement and its connection to consciousness. Now, let's shift our focus to a phenomenon that seems to defy the very fabric of reality: quantum entanglement. At the heart of quantum mechanics, entanglement describes a mysterious connection between particles, where the state of one instantly influences the state of another, no matter how far apart they are. Imagine two coins spinning on opposite sides of the universe, yet always landing on the same face. This bizarre connection, which Albert Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance, challenges our understanding of space, time, and even consciousness. But what if this strange behavior isn't just limited to particles? What if it hints at something deeper about the nature of consciousness itself? Some theorists propose that quantum entanglement might be a physical manifestation of the interconnectedness we often feel as conscious beings. Just as entangled particles are linked across vast distances, our minds might be connected in ways we don't yet fully understand. This idea suggests that consciousness isn't confined to individual brains, but could be part of a larger, interconnected network, a kind of universal awareness that transcends space and time. Think about it this way: if particles can be entangled across dimensions, why couldn't consciousness operate in a similar way? Perhaps our thoughts, emotions, and experiences are not as isolated as they seem. Instead, they might be part of a vast, entangled web of awareness, where every mind is subtly connected to every other. This could explain phenomena like telepathy, collective intuition, or even the sense of unity people often describe during profound spiritual experiences. In this view, consciousness might not be a product of individual brains, but a fundamental feature of the universe itself, woven into the very fabric of reality. The implications of this theory are staggering. If consciousness is entangled across dimensions, it could mean that our thoughts and actions ripple through the cosmos, influencing and being influenced by others in ways we can't yet perceive. It also raises questions about free will and individuality. Are we truly separate beings, or are we all part of a single, interconnected consciousness experiencing itself from countless perspectives? This idea blurs the line between the self and the universe, suggesting that our sense of individuality might be an illusion, a temporary focus within a much larger, entangled whole. As we explore this theory further, it's worth considering how quantum entanglement might bridge the gap between science and spirituality. For centuries, mystics and philosophers have spoken of a universal consciousness that connects all things. Now, quantum physics might be providing a scientific framework to understand this ancient wisdom. Whether you see it as a metaphor or a literal truth, the idea that consciousness is entangled across dimensions invites us to rethink our place in the universe and perhaps even our connection to one another. This brings us to our next theory, where we'll dive into the observer effect and its role in shaping reality across hidden dimensions. Could our consciousness be more than just a passive observer? Let's find out. Now, let's take a closer look at one of the most intriguing ideas in quantum mechanics, the observer effect. This phenomenon suggests that the act of observation itself can influence the outcome of an experiment. In simpler terms, what we choose to observe can change the behavior of particles at the quantum level. It's as if reality itself responds to our attention, bending and shifting based on where we focus our awareness. But what if this effect isn't limited to the tiny world of particles? What if it extends into the hidden dimensions of the universe, shaping reality on a much grander scale? Imagine for a moment that consciousness isn't just a passive observer, but an active participant in the creation of reality. Some theorists propose that in higher dimensions, the observer effect could be amplified, allowing consciousness to play a direct role in shaping the fabric of existence. In this view, our thoughts, intentions, and even our awareness might act as tools that mold the universe around us. It's a concept that blurs the line between the observer and the observed, suggesting that we are not merely witnessing reality but co-creating it. Consider this: if consciousness can influence particles in our three-dimensional world, what might it do in dimensions we can't yet perceive? Could our awareness reach into these hidden realms, altering their structure and dynamics? This idea opens up fascinating possibilities. For instance, it might explain why certain experiences, like moments of deep meditation or profound insight, feel as though they transcend ordinary reality. Perhaps in those moments, our consciousness is tapping into higher dimensions, interacting with them in ways we don't yet fully understand. This theory also raises questions about the nature of free will and destiny. If our consciousness can shape reality across dimensions, does that mean we have more control over our lives than we realize? Or are we part of a larger, interconnected system where every thought and action ripples through the cosmos, influencing not just our own reality but the realities of others? It's a thought-provoking perspective that challenges us to reconsider our role in the universe. As we explore this idea further, it's worth noting how the observer effect bridges the gap between science and philosophy. For centuries, thinkers have debated whether reality exists independently of the mind or is shaped by it. Now, quantum mechanics offers a scientific lens through which to examine this age-old question. Whether you see the observer effect as a literal truth or a metaphor, it invites us to reflect on the power of consciousness and its potential to shape not just our world but the very fabric of existence. This brings us to our next theory, where we'll explore the zero-point field and its connection to universal consciousness. Could this quantum vacuum hold the key to understanding the source of all awareness? Let's dive in. Now, let's shift our focus to a concept that might just hold the key to understanding the very essence of consciousness itself, the zero-point field. This mysterious quantum vacuum is thought to be a sea of infinite energy, existing even in the complete absence of matter or light. It's the lowest possible energy state in the universe, yet it's far from empty. In fact, it's teeming with fluctuations and vibrations that hint at something far more profound. Imagine this field as the foundation of all existence, a hidden layer of reality where energy never truly rests. Even in what we perceive as empty space, particles flicker in and out of existence, driven by the ceaseless activity of the zero-point field. But what if this field isn't just a physical phenomenon? What if it's also the source of universal consciousness, a kind of cosmic mind that connects all things? Some theorists suggest that the zero-point field could be the bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. If consciousness arises from the interactions of particles and energy, then this field, with its infinite potential, might be the ultimate wellspring of awareness. In this view, every thought, every feeling, and every moment of awareness could be a ripple in this vast quantum ocean, connecting us to something far greater than ourselves. Think about it. If the zero-point field is everywhere, permeating every corner of the universe, then consciousness might not be confined to individual beings. Instead, it could be a universal phenomenon, a shared awareness that flows through all of existence. This idea aligns with ancient spiritual traditions that speak of a unified consciousness, a oneness that underlies the diversity of life. But how does this connect to hidden dimensions? If the zero-point field exists across all dimensions, then consciousness might also extend beyond the limits of our three-dimensional world. It's possible that our awareness is just one expression of a multidimensional consciousness, interacting with higher realms in ways we're only beginning to understand. This could explain why certain states of mind, like deep meditation or moments of profound insight, feel so transcendent, as if we're tapping into a deeper layer of reality. This theory also raises fascinating questions about the nature of existence. If the zero-point field is the source of universal consciousness, then are we all connected at the most fundamental level? Could our thoughts and intentions influence not just our own reality, but the fabric of the universe itself? It's a perspective that challenges us to see ourselves not as isolated individuals, but as integral parts of a vast, interconnected whole. As we ponder these ideas, it's worth considering how the zero-point field might reshape our understanding of reality. Could this quantum vacuum be the missing link between science and spirituality, offering a glimpse into the true nature of consciousness? Whether you see it as a scientific concept or a metaphor for something greater, the zero-point field invites us to explore the profound connection between energy, awareness, and the hidden dimensions of existence. This brings us to our next theory, where we'll delve into the Mandela effect and its intriguing implications for parallel realities. Could our memories be influenced by shifts between dimensions? Let's find out. Now, let's step into a phenomenon that has puzzled millions and sparked endless debates: the Mandela effect. This intriguing concept revolves around collective false memories, where large groups of people remember events or details differently from how they actually occurred. Named after the widespread belief that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s, when in reality he was released and lived until 2013, the Mandela effect challenges our understanding of memory and reality. But what if these discrepancies aren't just simple mistakes? What if they're glimpses into parallel realities, alternate dimensions where events unfolded differently? Some theorists propose that the Mandela effect could be evidence of our consciousness shifting between these dimensions, subtly altering our memories in the process. Imagine a universe where every decision creates a new timeline, and our awareness occasionally slips between them, leaving traces of what might have been. This idea ties back to the concept of a multiverse, where infinite versions of reality exist simultaneously. If consciousness is not bound by the limits of a single dimension, it's possible that our awareness could drift across these parallel worlds, picking up fragments of alternate experiences. This could explain why so many people share the same false memories. They might be recalling events from a reality that exists just beyond our own. Think about it. If our consciousness can navigate these hidden dimensions, then our memories might not be as reliable as we think. They could be a patchwork of experiences from multiple realities, blending together to create the narrative we call our lives. This raises fascinating questions about identity and perception. Are we truly the same person across all dimensions, or do our alternate selves shape who we are in ways we can't fully comprehend? The Mandela effect also invites us to consider the role of collective consciousness in shaping reality. If large groups of people share the same false memories, could it be that our collective awareness has the power to influence the fabric of existence? This idea aligns with theories that suggest consciousness is a fundamental force in the universe, capable of bending reality to its will. In this view, the Mandela effect might not just be a quirk of memory, it could be a sign of our interconnectedness, a reminder that we're all part of a larger, multidimensional tapestry. As we explore this theory, it's worth reflecting on how our perceptions of reality might be shaped by forces beyond our understanding. Could the Mandela effect be a doorway to hidden dimensions, offering us a glimpse into the infinite possibilities of existence? Whether you see it as a scientific curiosity or a profound mystery, the Mandela effect challenges us to rethink what we know about memory, consciousness, and the nature of reality itself. This leads us to our next theory, where we'll examine the role of dark matter in consciousness. Could this elusive substance be the key to understanding how our minds connect across dimensions? Let's dive in. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most enigmatic forces in the universe, dark matter. This invisible substance makes up about 27% of the cosmos, yet it remains one of the greatest mysteries in modern science. Unlike ordinary matter, dark matter doesn't emit, absorb, or reflect light, making it nearly impossible to detect directly. But its gravitational effects are undeniable, shaping galaxies and holding the universe together. So, what if this elusive substance isn't just a cosmic glue? What if it plays a role in something far more profound, our consciousness? Some theorists suggest that dark matter could be the hidden bridge connecting consciousness across dimensions. Imagine if this mysterious substance isn't just a passive observer in the universe, but an active participant in the fabric of reality. If consciousness exists beyond the physical realm, as many of these theories propose, then dark matter might be the medium through which our thoughts and perceptions travel between dimensions. It's a bold idea, but one that opens up fascinating possibilities. Think about it. If dark matter permeates the entire universe, it could serve as a kind of cosmic network, linking minds across space and time. This would mean that our thoughts and experiences aren't confined to our individual brains, but are part of a larger, interconnected system. In this view, dark matter might act as a conduit, allowing consciousness to flow between dimensions and even influence the physical world in ways we're only beginning to understand. This theory also raises questions about how dark matter might shape our perceptions. If it interacts with consciousness, could it subtly alter the way we experience reality? For instance, some researchers speculate that dark matter might influence the way we process information, creating subtle shifts in our thoughts and emotions. These shifts could be so small that we don't even notice them, yet they might play a significant role in shaping our understanding of the world around us. But how could something so intangible have such a profound impact? One possibility is that dark matter operates on a level beyond our current scientific understanding. Just as quantum particles can exist in multiple states at once, dark matter might exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, creating a web of connections that our consciousness can tap into. This would mean that our awareness isn't limited to the three-dimensional world we see, but extends into hidden realms we can't yet perceive. As we explore this theory, it's worth considering how dark matter might fit into the larger puzzle of consciousness. Could it be the key to understanding how our minds connect across dimensions, or even how we might one day access those dimensions ourselves? While the answers remain elusive, the idea that dark matter could play a role in consciousness challenges us to rethink not only the nature of the universe but also the nature of ourselves. This brings us to our next theory, where we'll explore the torus model of consciousness, a fascinating geometric framework that might explain how energy flows through higher dimensions to create awareness. Let's dive deeper. Now, let's shift our focus to a geometric model that might hold the key to understanding consciousness itself, the torus. Picture a donut-shaped structure where energy flows in a continuous loop, moving inward and outward in a dynamic, self-sustaining pattern. This is the torus, and some theorists believe it's not just a shape but a fundamental blueprint for how consciousness operates across dimensions. At its core, the torus model suggests that consciousness is a flow of energy, constantly cycling through higher dimensions. Imagine your awareness as a stream of energy spiraling through this donut-shaped field. As it moves, it interacts with the fabric of reality, creating the experience of being conscious. This flow isn't random, it's a precise, self-organizing system that connects the individual self to the larger universe. One of the most intriguing aspects of the torus model is how it mirrors patterns found throughout nature. From the way galaxies spin to the structure of atoms, the torus shape appears again and again. This suggests that consciousness might follow the same universal principles, operating on a scale that spans from the microscopic to the cosmic. In this view, your awareness isn't just a product of your brain. It's part of a vast, interconnected system that extends into higher dimensions. But what does this mean for understanding the self? If consciousness flows through a toroidal field, it implies that your sense of self isn't confined to your physical body. Instead, it's a dynamic process, constantly exchanging energy with the universe. This could explain why we sometimes feel connected to something greater than ourselves, as if our awareness is tapping into a larger, multidimensional network. The torus model also offers a fresh perspective on the nature of reality. If consciousness is a flow of energy moving through higher dimensions, it suggests that the universe itself might be a kind of toroidal field. In this framework, everything, from stars to thoughts, is part of the same energetic dance, cycling through dimensions in an endless loop of creation and transformation. As we explore this theory, it's worth considering how the torus model might change the way we think about existence. Could it be that the universe is not just a collection of objects but a living, conscious system, with each of us playing a role in its unfolding? The torus model invites us to see ourselves not as isolated beings but as integral parts of a vast, multidimensional whole. This brings us to our next theory, where we'll examine the fractal nature of consciousness, a concept that suggests the patterns of awareness repeat themselves across scales, from the smallest particles to the largest galaxies. Let's dive deeper. Now, let's take a step into the mesmerizing world of fractals, where patterns repeat themselves endlessly from the tiniest speck to the grandest scale. This brings us to Theory 13, the fractal nature of consciousness. Imagine a snowflake. Each tiny branch mirrors the whole, creating a perfect, repeating design. Now picture consciousness working in the same way, with patterns of awareness echoing across dimensions, from the smallest particles to the vast expanse of the cosmos. At its heart, the fractal nature of consciousness suggests that our awareness isn't just a singular, isolated experience. Instead, it's part of a larger, repeating pattern that connects everything in the universe. Think of it like this: just as a single leaf reflects the structure of the entire tree, your consciousness might be a smaller version of a much larger, universal awareness. This idea bridges the gap between the individual and the infinite, showing how the micro and macro are deeply intertwined. One of the most fascinating aspects of this theory is how it aligns with what we see in nature. Fractals appear everywhere, in the branching of trees, the spirals of galaxies, and even the way rivers carve their paths. If consciousness follows the same fractal patterns, it could mean that the way you think, feel, and perceive the world is a reflection of the universe itself. In other words, your mind isn't just a product of your brain, it's a piece of a cosmic puzzle, repeating the same patterns that shape reality on every level. This fractal view also offers a profound explanation for the interconnectedness of all things. If consciousness is fractal, then every thought, every emotion, and every experience is part of a larger, unified whole. It's like each of us is a ripple in a vast ocean, connected to every other ripple by the same underlying patterns. This could explain why we sometimes feel a deep sense of connection to others, to nature, or to the universe itself. It's not just a feeling, it's a reflection of the fractal nature of existence. But what does this mean for our understanding of reality? If consciousness is fractal, it suggests that the universe is not just a collection of separate objects, but a living, breathing system where everything is connected. Your awareness, then, isn't just your own. It's a thread in the fabric of the cosmos, woven into the same patterns that shape stars, galaxies, and even the flow of time. This perspective invites us to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as integral parts of a vast, interconnected web. As we move forward, this fractal theory opens the door to even more intriguing possibilities. Could it be that the universe itself is conscious, with each fractal pattern representing a different level of awareness? And if so, what does that mean for our place in the grand scheme of things? These questions lead us to our next theory, where we'll explore the role of black holes in consciousness, a concept that takes us even deeper into the mysteries of the universe. Now, let's venture into the enigmatic realm of black holes, where the laws of physics as we know them begin to unravel. This brings us to Theory 14, the role of black holes in consciousness. Black holes, those mysterious cosmic giants, are often seen as the ultimate endpoints of matter, places where light itself cannot escape. But what if they're not just destructive forces? What if they're also gateways to higher dimensions, influencing consciousness in ways we're only beginning to understand? At the heart of this theory is the idea that black holes might serve as bridges between dimensions. Just as a black hole's immense gravity warps space and time, it could also warp the fabric of consciousness, creating pathways to realms beyond our perception. Imagine consciousness as a river flowing through the universe. A black hole could act like a whirlpool, pulling that river into uncharted territories where the rules of reality are entirely different. This suggests that black holes might not just be cosmic vacuums, they could be portals to higher states of awareness. One of the most intriguing aspects of this theory is how it ties into the nature of information. In physics, there's a concept called the information paradox, which questions what happens to information that falls into a black hole. Some scientists propose that this information isn't lost but instead transferred to another dimension or reality. If consciousness is fundamentally tied to information, our thoughts, memories, and perceptions, then it's possible that black holes could influence or even transport consciousness across dimensions. This raises the question, could a black hole be a kind of cosmic mind, processing and redistributing awareness on a universal scale? Another fascinating angle is the connection between black holes and the human mind. Just as a black hole's event horizon marks the point of no return, there's a similar boundary in our own consciousness, the threshold between what we know and what lies beyond our understanding. Could black holes represent the ultimate challenge to our awareness, pushing us to expand our perception of reality? Some theorists suggest that meditative or altered states of consciousness might allow us to tune in to the frequencies of these cosmic phenomena, offering glimpses into higher dimensions. This theory also invites us to reconsider the nature of existence itself. If black holes are gateways to higher dimensions, then consciousness might not be confined to the physical brain. Instead, it could be a multidimensional phenomenon influenced by the gravitational pull of these cosmic giants. This perspective blurs the line between the physical and the metaphysical, suggesting that our awareness is deeply intertwined with the fabric of the universe. As we ponder the role of black holes in consciousness, we're left with more questions than answers. Could these cosmic phenomena be the key to unlocking higher states of awareness? And if so, what might we discover about ourselves and the universe if we could peer beyond the event horizon? These questions lead us to our next theory, where we'll explore the pineal gland and its potential role in accessing higher dimensions, a concept that brings the mysteries of the cosmos closer to home. Now, shifting our focus from the vastness of black holes to something much closer to home, let's explore Theory 15, the pineal gland and dimensional awareness. Nestled deep within the brain, the pineal gland has long been a subject of fascination, not just for its biological role, but for its potential connection to higher dimensions and expanded consciousness. Often referred to as the third eye in spiritual traditions, this tiny gland might hold the key to unlocking realms beyond our ordinary perception. The pineal gland is best known for producing melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep and wake cycles. But beyond its biological function, many ancient cultures and modern theorists alike have speculated that it plays a much deeper role in human consciousness. In spiritual practices, the pineal gland is often associated with enlightenment and the ability to perceive higher dimensions. This idea stems from its unique position in the brain and its sensitivity to light, which some believe allows it to act as a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. One of the most compelling theories suggests that the pineal gland could be a biological antenna tuned to frequencies beyond our everyday reality. Just as a radio picks up signals from different stations, the pineal gland might be capable of receiving information from higher dimensions. This could explain why certain meditative or altered states of consciousness, often linked to the activation of the pineal gland, are described as transcendent or otherworldly. In these states, individuals report experiences of expanded awareness, vivid visions, and a profound sense of connection to the universe. Another intriguing aspect of this theory is the presence of tiny crystals within the pineal gland, known as calcite microcrystals. Some researchers propose that these crystals could act as natural receivers or transmitters of subtle energy, potentially allowing the gland to interact with higher dimensional fields. This idea aligns with the concept that consciousness is not confined to the brain, but is a multidimensional phenomenon influenced by forces beyond our current understanding. The pineal gland's connection to light is also significant. In many spiritual traditions, light is seen as a symbol of higher knowledge and awareness. The gland's sensitivity to light, both external and internal, might enable it to act as a gateway to higher states of consciousness. For example, practices like meditation, yoga, and even the use of certain sound frequencies are believed to stimulate the pineal gland, opening the door to expanded perception and spiritual experiences. This theory also raises questions about the nature of reality itself. If the pineal gland can indeed access higher dimensions, then our everyday perception of the world might be just a small fraction of what's truly possible. It suggests that consciousness is not a fixed state but a dynamic, ever-expanding phenomenon, capable of transcending the limits of time and space. As we consider the pineal gland's potential role in dimensional awareness, we're reminded that the mysteries of the universe are not just out there in the cosmos, they are also within us. This brings us to our next theory, where we'll explore how dreams might serve as gateways to hidden dimensions, offering another fascinating perspective on the nature of consciousness and reality. Now, let's venture into the mysterious realm of dreams, where the boundaries of reality seem to blur and the impossible becomes possible. Theory 16, the role of dreams in dimensional travel, invites us to consider the possibility that our nightly journeys through the dream world might be more than just random brain activity. They could be gateways to hidden dimensions of consciousness. Dreams have fascinated humanity for centuries, often seen as windows into the subconscious or even as messages from the divine. But what if they are also portals to other dimensions? This theory suggests that during sleep, our consciousness is not confined to the physical body, but is free to explore realms beyond our waking reality. In this state, the mind might access dimensions that are otherwise inaccessible, offering glimpses of alternate realities, parallel universes, or even higher planes of existence. One of the most intriguing aspects of this idea is the concept of lucid dreaming, where the dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming and can sometimes control the dream's narrative. Lucid dreamers often describe their experiences as vivid and hyper-realistic, with a sense of freedom and exploration that feels almost tangible. Could this heightened state of awareness be a form of dimensional travel? Some theorists believe that lucid dreaming allows the conscious mind to navigate hidden dimensions, interacting with them in ways that are impossible in the waking world. Another fascinating angle is the recurring theme of shared dreams, where two or more people report experiencing the same dream independently. While this phenomenon is rare, it raises the question of whether dreams might connect us to a collective dimension, a shared space where individual consciousnesses can meet and interact. If true, this would suggest that dreams are not just personal experiences, but could be part of a larger, interconnected network of consciousness. The idea of dreams as gateways also ties into ancient traditions and spiritual practices. Many cultures have long believed that dreams are a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds, offering insights, guidance, and even prophetic visions. In some shamanic traditions, dreams are seen as a way to communicate with ancestors, spirit guides, or otherworldly beings. These practices often involve intentional dreaming, where individuals prepare themselves to enter specific dream states with the goal of gaining knowledge or healing. From a scientific perspective, the study of dreams is still in its early stages, but some researchers are beginning to explore the idea that dreams might be more than just a byproduct of brain activity. For example, studies on near-death experiences and out-of-body experiences have shown similarities to certain dream states, suggesting that consciousness might operate differently when freed from the constraints of the physical body. This opens up the possibility that dreams could be a natural mechanism for exploring dimensions beyond our everyday reality. As we ponder the role of dreams in dimensional travel, we're reminded that the mysteries of consciousness are as vast and varied as the universe itself. Dreams might be one of the most accessible ways for us to explore these hidden dimensions, offering a unique blend of science, spirituality, and imagination. And with that, we'll turn our attention to the next theory, where we'll explore the concept of collective consciousness and how it might operate across dimensions, connecting us all in ways we're only beginning to understand. Now, shifting our focus to a broader perspective, let's explore Theory 17, the collective consciousness and higher dimensions. This theory invites us to consider the possibility that our individual minds are not as separate as they seem, but rather part of a vast, interconnected web of awareness that spans across dimensions. Imagine for a moment that every thought, emotion, and experience you've ever had is part of a larger tapestry, woven together with the consciousness of every other being in existence. This is the essence of collective consciousness, a shared, unified awareness that transcends individual boundaries. The idea of collective consciousness has roots in both ancient philosophy and modern science. Indigenous cultures have long believed in the interconnectedness of all life, often describing it as a living web or a great spirit that binds everything together. In more contemporary terms, this concept aligns with the notion of a global mind or a universal field of consciousness, where every individual contributes to and draws from a shared pool of knowledge and experience. But what if this collective consciousness isn't limited to our physical reality? What if it extends into higher dimensions, connecting us to realms beyond our current understanding? One way to think about this is through the lens of quantum physics, which suggests that particles can be entangled across vast distances, instantly influencing one another regardless of space and time. If consciousness operates similarly, it's possible that our thoughts and awareness are entangled with those of others, not just in our own dimension but across multiple dimensions. This could explain phenomena like telepathy, shared intuition, or even the sudden emergence of global ideas and movements that seem to arise simultaneously in different parts of the world. Could these be glimpses of a higher dimensional collective consciousness at work? Another fascinating angle is the concept of the noosphere, a term coined by philosopher Pierre Teilhard de Chardin to describe a sphere of human thought that envelops the Earth. According to this idea, as humanity evolves, our collective thoughts and ideas create a kind of mental layer that influences our development and the planet itself. If we extend this concept to higher dimensions, the noosphere could be seen as a bridge between our physical reality and other realms, a space where collective consciousness interacts with and shapes the fabric of existence. Spiritual traditions also offer insights into this idea. Many teachings suggest that at the deepest level of reality, all beings are one and separation is an illusion. This unity is often described as a higher dimensional state of being, where individual consciousness merges into a universal whole. Practices like meditation, prayer, and mindfulness are said to help individuals tap into this collective awareness, offering a sense of connection and oneness that transcends the ego and the physical world. From a practical standpoint, the concept of collective consciousness has profound implications for how we live and interact with one another. If we truly are part of a unified awareness, then our thoughts, actions, and intentions have the potential to influence not only our immediate reality, but also the broader fabric of existence. This idea encourages us to cultivate compassion, empathy, and cooperation, recognizing that what we do as individuals ripples out into the collective, shaping the world in ways we may not fully understand. As we reflect on the idea of collective consciousness and its connection to higher dimensions, we're reminded of the profound interconnectedness of all things. Whether through science, spirituality, or personal experience, the notion that we are part of something greater than ourselves offers both a sense of belonging and a call to responsibility. And with that, we'll turn our attention to the next theory, where we'll explore how practices like meditation might allow us to access these hidden dimensions and deepen our connection to the universal consciousness that binds us all. Now, let's turn our attention to a practice that has fascinated both scientists and spiritual seekers for centuries: meditation. Theory 18 explores the role of meditation in accessing hidden dimensions, offering a bridge between the tangible and the intangible, the seen and the unseen. Could this ancient practice be a key to unlocking the mysteries of higher dimensional consciousness? Let's dive in. From a scientific perspective, meditation has been shown to alter brain activity in profound ways. Studies using brain imaging techniques have revealed that during deep meditation, the brain enters states of heightened coherence and synchronization. This suggests that meditation might allow the mind to tap into frequencies or patterns that are normally inaccessible in our everyday waking state. Some researchers propose that these altered states of consciousness could be glimpses into higher dimensions, where the boundaries of time and space dissolve, and the mind becomes a receiver for information beyond our ordinary perception. But the scientific angle is only one piece of the puzzle. Spiritual traditions around the world have long viewed meditation as a gateway to higher realms of existence. In practices like mindfulness, transcendental meditation, or guided visualization, the goal is often to quiet the mind and transcend the limitations of the physical world. Many spiritual teachings suggest that in these moments of deep stillness, the individual consciousness can merge with a universal or higher dimensional awareness. This is often described as a state of unity where the sense of self dissolves, and the meditator experiences a profound connection to all that is. One intriguing idea is that meditation might act as a kind of tuning mechanism, allowing the mind to resonate with the vibrational frequencies of higher dimensions. Just as a radio can pick up different stations by adjusting its frequency, meditation might enable the brain to tune into dimensions that are normally outside our range of perception. This could explain why meditators often report experiences of expanded awareness, vivid imagery, or even encounters with entities or energies that seem to exist beyond the physical plane. Another fascinating aspect is the role of intention in meditation. Many practitioners believe that setting a clear intention before meditating can guide the mind towards specific dimensions or states of consciousness. For example, someone meditating with the intention of accessing higher wisdom might experience insights or revelations that feel as though they come from a source beyond themselves. This aligns with the idea that consciousness is not confined to the brain, but is part of a larger, multidimensional field that can be accessed through focused awareness. From a practical standpoint, meditation offers a way to explore these ideas firsthand. Even if you're new to the practice, simple techniques like focusing on your breath or repeating a mantra can help quiet the mind and create a space for deeper awareness. Over time, regular meditation can lead to a greater sense of connection, clarity, and even glimpses of realities beyond the physical. Whether you approach it from a scientific or spiritual perspective, meditation invites you to explore the boundaries of your own consciousness and consider the possibility that there's far more to reality than meets the eye. As we reflect on the role of meditation in accessing hidden dimensions, we're reminded of the power of stillness and inner exploration. This practice not only offers a path to personal growth, but also opens the door to profound questions about the nature of consciousness and the universe itself. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll examine how altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by psychedelics, might further illuminate the mysteries of higher dimensions. Now, let's venture into a realm where the boundaries of perception are stretched to their limits. Theory 19 takes us into the fascinating world of psychedelics and their potential to unlock portals to higher dimensions. Could these substances, often shrouded in mystery and controversy, hold the key to accessing hidden realities beyond our everyday experience? Let's explore this intriguing possibility. Psychedelics such as psilocybin, LSD, and DMT have been used for centuries in various cultures for spiritual and healing purposes. These substances are known to induce profound alterations in consciousness, often described as transcendent or otherworldly. Users frequently report experiences of expanded awareness, vivid imagery, and encounters with entities or landscapes that feel entirely separate from the physical world. But what if these experiences aren't just hallucinations? What if they're glimpses into dimensions that exist beyond our ordinary perception? From a scientific perspective, psychedelics work by disrupting the brain's default mode network, which is responsible for maintaining our sense of self and our everyday thought patterns. When this network is temporarily deactivated, the mind enters a state of heightened plasticity, allowing for new connections and perspectives to emerge. Some researchers suggest that this altered state might enable the brain to access frequencies or dimensions that are normally filtered out by our usual cognitive processes. In other words, psychedelics could act as a kind of dimensional key, unlocking doors to realities that are always present but usually hidden from view. Spiritual traditions have long viewed psychedelics as sacred tools for accessing higher realms of consciousness. Indigenous cultures, for example, have used substances like ayahuasca in shamanic rituals to communicate with spirits, gain wisdom, and heal the soul. These practices often describe the psychedelic experience as a journey into other dimensions, where time and space lose their meaning, and the individual consciousness merges with a greater universal awareness. This aligns with the idea that psychedelics might allow us to temporarily transcend the limitations of our physical reality and explore the vast, interconnected web of existence. One of the most compelling aspects of psychedelics is their ability to evoke experiences that feel deeply real and meaningful, even if they defy logical explanation. Users often describe encounters with entities that seem to possess intelligence and purpose, or visions of intricate geometric patterns that feel like glimpses into the underlying structure of reality. These experiences raise profound questions about the nature of consciousness and the possibility that our minds are capable of perceiving dimensions that lie beyond the physical plane. It's also worth considering the role of intention in psychedelic experiences. Just as with meditation, the mindset and goals of the user can significantly influence the nature of the journey. Some individuals use psychedelics with the intention of gaining insight, healing trauma, or exploring the mysteries of existence. Others approach these substances with curiosity, seeking to expand their understanding of reality. Regardless of the intention, the common thread is the potential for these experiences to reveal hidden dimensions of consciousness and challenge our assumptions about what is real. Of course, the exploration of psychedelics is not without its risks and controversies. These substances can be unpredictable, and their effects vary widely depending on the individual, the setting, and the dosage. Yet, for those who approach them with respect and preparation, psychedelics offer a unique opportunity to explore the boundaries of consciousness and consider the possibility that there's far more to reality than we can perceive with our ordinary senses. As we reflect on the role of psychedelics in dimensional exploration, we're reminded of the profound mystery that surrounds the nature of consciousness itself. These substances invite us to question the limits of our perception and consider the possibility that hidden dimensions of reality are waiting to be discovered. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll examine how sound frequencies might influence consciousness and open pathways to higher dimensions. Now, let's shift our focus to a theory that resonates deeply with the very fabric of existence, Theory 20, which explores the role of sound frequencies in shaping consciousness and accessing higher dimensions. Sound, as both a physical phenomenon and a profound spiritual tool, has been used across cultures and centuries to alter states of mind, heal the body, and even connect with the unseen realms of reality. Could the vibrations of sound be the bridge that links our ordinary awareness to the extraordinary dimensions beyond? Sound frequencies operate on a principle that is both simple and profound. Everything in the universe vibrates. From the tiniest particles to the vast expanse of galaxies, vibration is the underlying rhythm of existence. When it comes to consciousness, sound has the unique ability to influence our brain waves, shifting our mental states and opening doors to altered perceptions. One of the most well-known tools for this purpose is binaural beats, a technique where two slightly different frequencies are played in each ear, creating a third, internal frequency that the brain synchronizes with. This process, known as brainwave entrainment, can guide the mind into states of deep relaxation, heightened focus, or even expanded awareness, depending on the frequency used. Ancient cultures understood the power of sound long before modern science began to unravel its mysteries. Practices like chanting, drumming, and the use of instruments such as Tibetan singing bowls or didgeridoos were not just forms of music but sacred tools for accessing higher states of consciousness. These traditions often viewed sound as a direct connection to the divine, a way to harmonize the individual with the cosmos. For example, in Hindu and Buddhist traditions, the sacred syllable Om is believed to represent the primordial sound of creation, the vibration from which all existence emerges. Similarly, indigenous shamans have used rhythmic drumming to induce trance states, allowing them to journey into other dimensions and communicate with spiritual entities. The idea that sound can influence consciousness isn't just rooted in spirituality. It's also supported by scientific research. Studies have shown that certain frequencies can affect brain activity, altering mood, cognition, and even perception. For instance, theta waves, which are associated with deep meditation and creativity, can be stimulated by specific sound frequencies, leading to experiences of profound insight or connection. This suggests that sound might act as a kind of tuning fork for the mind, aligning our consciousness with frequencies that resonate with higher dimensions. One of the most intriguing aspects of sound is its ability to create order out of chaos. Experiments with cymatics, the study of visible sound vibrations, reveal that sound can shape matter into intricate geometric patterns. This phenomenon hints at the possibility that sound frequencies might also influence the structure of consciousness itself, organizing our thoughts and perceptions in ways that align with the underlying geometry of the universe. Could it be that the patterns we see in cymatics are a glimpse into the hidden dimensions of reality, and that sound is the key to unlocking them? The use of sound frequencies in modern practices, such as sound baths or frequency healing, continues to grow in popularity. These methods often combine ancient wisdom with contemporary technology, using tools like tuning forks, gongs, or digital soundscapes to create immersive experiences that promote relaxation, healing, and expanded awareness. Participants frequently report feelings of unity, clarity, and connection to something greater than themselves, suggesting that sound has the power to dissolve the boundaries between the self and the cosmos. As we consider the role of sound frequencies in consciousness, we're reminded of the profound interconnectedness of all things. Sound, as both a physical vibration and a spiritual force, offers a unique pathway to explore the hidden dimensions of reality. Whether through ancient rituals or modern techniques, the power of sound invites us to tune into the deeper rhythms of existence and discover the harmonies that unite us with the universe. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll explore how light might serve as a bridge between dimensions, illuminating the mysteries of consciousness in new and unexpected ways. Now, let's illuminate another fascinating theory, Theory 21, which explores the role of light in dimensional awareness. Just as sound frequencies can influence consciousness, light, with its vast spectrum of wavelengths, might also serve as a bridge between dimensions, shaping how we perceive and interact with reality. Could the very light that allows us to see the world around us also hold the key to unlocking hidden dimensions of existence? Light is one of the most fundamental forces in the universe, carrying energy and information across vast distances. It exists in a spectrum of wavelengths, from the visible light we see to the invisible forms like ultraviolet, infrared, and beyond. Each wavelength interacts with matter and energy in unique ways, and some scientists and spiritual thinkers propose that these interactions might extend beyond the physical realm, influencing consciousness itself. For instance, certain wavelengths of light are known to affect brain activity, mood, and even biological rhythms, suggesting that light could play a role in shaping our mental and spiritual states. One of the most intriguing ideas is that light might act as a kind of carrier wave for consciousness, transmitting information across dimensions. In quantum physics, light particles or photons exhibit behaviors that defy classical understanding, such as existing in multiple states simultaneously or being entangled across vast distances. These phenomena hint at the possibility that light could be a medium through which consciousness communicates or even travels between dimensions. Imagine light as a cosmic thread, weaving together the fabric of reality and connecting us to realms beyond our ordinary perception. Ancient cultures often revered light as a symbol of divine wisdom and enlightenment. From the sun gods of ancient Egypt to the sacred flames of Zoroastrianism, light has been seen as a manifestation of higher powers and a source of spiritual insight. In many traditions, light is associated with clarity, truth, and the awakening of consciousness. For example, in meditation practices, visualizing light is often used to cleanse the mind, elevate awareness, and connect with higher states of being. This suggests that light, both as a physical phenomenon and a symbolic force, has long been recognized as a tool for expanding consciousness. Modern science also offers compelling insights into the relationship between light and consciousness. Studies have shown that exposure to specific wavelengths of light can influence brainwave patterns, similar to how sound frequencies affect the mind. For example, blue light is known to enhance alertness and focus, while red light can promote relaxation and healing. These effects raise the possibility that light could be used to tune our consciousness, aligning it with frequencies that resonate with higher dimensions. Could it be that the colors and intensities of light we experience daily are subtly shaping our awareness, opening doors to unseen realms? Another fascinating concept is the idea of biophotons, weak light emissions produced by living organisms. Some researchers propose that these biophotons might play a role in cellular communication and even consciousness itself. If our bodies emit light, could this be a physical manifestation of our connection to higher dimensions? This idea aligns with spiritual teachings that describe the human aura as a luminous energy field, reflecting the state of one's consciousness and serving as a bridge to other realms. The interplay between light and consciousness also extends to the realm of technology. Devices like light therapy lamps and color therapy tools are increasingly used to enhance mental and emotional well-being, demonstrating the practical applications of light's influence on the mind. Additionally, advancements in holographic technology and quantum computing are exploring how light can be used to store and transmit information, potentially revolutionizing our understanding of reality and consciousness. As we consider the role of light in dimensional awareness, we're reminded of its dual nature, both as a physical force and a profound symbol of enlightenment. Light invites us to see beyond the surface of reality, illuminating the hidden dimensions that lie just beyond our perception. Whether through ancient rituals, modern science, or personal meditation, the power of light offers a pathway to explore the mysteries of consciousness and our place in the multidimensional universe. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll delve into the fascinating connection between sacred geometry and the structure of consciousness. Now, let's shift our focus to the intricate and mesmerizing world of sacred geometry and its profound connection to consciousness. Geometry, often seen as the language of the universe, is more than just shapes and patterns. It's a framework that might hold the key to understanding the very fabric of reality and our place within it. Could the geometric designs found in nature, art, and ancient architecture be more than mere aesthetics? Could they be blueprints for higher dimensions, influencing how we perceive and interact with the world around us? Sacred geometry refers to the study of geometric forms and their symbolic meanings, often associated with spiritual and philosophical traditions. These patterns, such as the flower of life, the golden ratio, and the Platonic solids, are believed to represent the fundamental structures of the universe. They appear everywhere, from the spirals of galaxies to the symmetry of snowflakes, from the molecular structure of crystals to the proportions of the human body. This universal presence suggests that geometry isn't just a human invention, but a reflection of the underlying order of existence. One of the most compelling ideas is that these geometric patterns might act as a bridge between dimensions, shaping both physical reality and consciousness. For instance, the flower of life, an ancient symbol consisting of overlapping circles, is thought to contain the blueprint for all creation. Some believe that meditating on this symbol can align one's consciousness with the fundamental energies of the universe, opening pathways to higher states of awareness. Similarly, the golden ratio, a mathematical ratio found in nature and art, is said to resonate with the natural harmony of existence, influencing how we perceive beauty and balance. The connection between geometry and consciousness becomes even more intriguing when we consider the role of fractals, infinitely complex patterns that repeat at different scales. Fractals are found in everything from coastlines to clouds, and even in the structure of our brains. Some researchers propose that the fractal nature of the brain might explain how consciousness operates across multiple dimensions, with each level of complexity reflecting a deeper layer of awareness. This idea suggests that our minds might be naturally attuned to the geometric patterns of the universe, allowing us to access higher dimensions through thought and perception. Ancient cultures were deeply aware of the power of geometry. The pyramids of Egypt, the mandalas of Hinduism and Buddhism, and the intricate designs of Islamic art all incorporate sacred geometry as a means of connecting with the divine. These structures and symbols were not just decorative, but were believed to hold spiritual significance, acting as portals or conduits for higher energies. For example, the pyramid shape is thought to amplify and focus energy, creating a space where consciousness can expand and connect with other realms. Modern science is also beginning to explore the relationship between geometry and consciousness. Quantum physics, for instance, suggests that the fabric of reality might be composed of geometric patterns at the smallest scales. The idea of a geometric universe proposes that space and time are woven together by geometric structures, influencing how particles interact and how information is transmitted. This aligns with the notion that consciousness itself might be shaped by these patterns, allowing us to perceive and interact with multiple dimensions. The practical applications of sacred geometry are equally fascinating. In architecture, the use of geometric principles can create spaces that promote well-being and harmony. In meditation, visualizing geometric shapes can help focus the mind and elevate awareness. Even in technology, the study of geometric patterns is leading to breakthroughs in fields like quantum computing and holography, where information is stored and transmitted using geometric structures. As we explore the role of geometry in consciousness, we're reminded of its timeless and universal nature. Geometry is not just a tool for understanding the physical world, it's a pathway to exploring the hidden dimensions of existence. Whether through ancient symbols, natural patterns, or cutting-edge science, the study of sacred geometry invites us to see the world in a new light, revealing the profound connections between shape, consciousness, and reality. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll uncover how emotions might influence our ability to access hidden dimensions. Now, let's turn our attention to the fascinating interplay between emotions and the hidden dimensions of consciousness. Emotions, often seen as the driving force behind human experience, might hold the key to unlocking pathways to other realities. Could it be that our feelings, whether joy, fear, love, or sorrow, act as gateways to dimensions beyond our everyday perception? This theory suggests that heightened emotional states might not only shape our inner world, but also influence our ability to access hidden realms of existence. Emotions are powerful energy states that ripple through our minds and bodies, often altering our perception of reality. Think about moments of intense joy or profound grief, how they seem to shift your awareness, making the world feel different, even if only temporarily. Some researchers propose that these emotional peaks create a kind of resonance, aligning our consciousness with frequencies that exist beyond the physical dimension. In this view, emotions aren't just psychological experiences, but vibrational keys that can unlock doors to other realities. Take, for example, the experience of love, a universal emotion that transcends cultures and time. Love is often described as a force that connects people on a deeper level, creating a sense of unity and oneness. Could this feeling of connection be a glimpse into a higher dimension where separation dissolves and all things are intertwined? Similarly, moments of intense creativity or inspiration, often accompanied by strong emotions, have been described as tapping into a source beyond the self. Artists, writers, and inventors frequently speak of being in the flow, a state where ideas seem to come from somewhere else, as if they're accessing a dimension of pure potential. On the other end of the spectrum, emotions like fear or anger can also trigger shifts in consciousness, though in different ways. Fear, for instance, can heighten awareness, sharpening our senses and making us more attuned to our surroundings. Some believe that this heightened state might open a window to other dimensions, allowing us to perceive things that are normally hidden. However, these experiences are often fleeting and difficult to control, as fear can also cloud judgment and distort perception. The idea that emotions can act as portals to other dimensions is supported by various spiritual and metaphysical traditions. Practices like meditation, prayer, and ritual often aim to cultivate specific emotional states such as peace, gratitude, or ecstasy to facilitate a connection with higher realms. In shamanic traditions, for example, drumming, chanting, and other techniques are used to induce altered states of consciousness, often accompanied by intense emotions. These practices suggest that emotions are not just byproducts of our experiences, but active tools for exploring the multidimensional nature of reality. Modern science is also beginning to explore the connection between emotions and consciousness. Studies in neurobiology have shown that emotions are closely linked to brainwave activity, with different emotional states corresponding to different patterns of neural firing. Some researchers speculate that these patterns might create a kind of tuning effect, allowing the brain to resonate with frequencies that exist beyond the physical dimension. This aligns with the idea that emotions could act as a bridge between our everyday reality and the hidden dimensions of existence. The practical implications of this theory are profound. If emotions can indeed influence our ability to access other dimensions, then cultivating positive emotional states might be a way to expand our awareness and explore the mysteries of the universe. Techniques like mindfulness, emotional regulation, and energy healing could become tools for dimensional exploration, helping us to navigate the hidden layers of reality with greater clarity and intention. As we reflect on the role of emotions in dimensional shifts, we're reminded of their profound power to shape not only our inner world but also our connection to the cosmos. Emotions are more than just feelings, they are vibrational forces that can open doors to new realms of existence, offering us glimpses of the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our everyday perception. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll explore how intuition might serve as a guide to accessing higher dimensions. Now, let's shift our focus to the intriguing role of intuition in dimensional awareness. Often described as a gut feeling or inner knowing, intuition is that quiet voice within us that seems to guide our decisions and perceptions, even when logic or evidence is lacking. But what if this intuitive sense is more than just a psychological phenomenon? What if it's a direct link to higher dimensions of consciousness, offering us glimpses into realities beyond our ordinary perception? Intuition is a fascinating aspect of human experience because it operates outside the boundaries of linear thought. Unlike reasoning, which relies on step-by-step analysis, intuition feels instantaneous, almost as if the answer or insight comes from somewhere beyond the self. This has led some theorists to suggest that intuition might be a form of communication with higher dimensions, where information flows freely and is not constrained by time or space. In this view, intuition isn't just a random guess. It's a subtle connection to a universal consciousness that exists beyond our physical reality. Consider moments when you've had a strong intuitive hit, perhaps a sudden sense of danger that saved you from harm, or an inexplicable feeling that led you to make a life-changing decision. These experiences often feel like they come from a place of deep knowing, as if you're tapping into a source of wisdom that transcends your individual mind. Could this be evidence of a multidimensional connection, where your consciousness momentarily aligns with a higher plane of existence? Some researchers believe that intuition is a natural ability we all possess, one that allows us to access information from dimensions where past, present, and future coexist. The idea of intuition as a bridge to higher dimensions is supported by various spiritual and philosophical traditions. In many ancient cultures, intuition was seen as a sacred gift, a way to commune with the divine or the cosmos. Practices like meditation, dream work, and mindfulness are often used to cultivate this inner knowing, helping individuals to quiet the noise of the mind and tune into the subtle signals of intuition. These practices suggest that intuition is not just a mental function but a spiritual tool, one that can help us navigate the complexities of existence by connecting us to a deeper, more expansive reality. Modern science is also beginning to explore the nature of intuition, though it remains a mysterious and often misunderstood phenomenon. Studies in neuroscience have shown that intuitive insights are often accompanied by activity in the brain's right hemisphere, which is associated with creativity, pattern recognition, and holistic thinking. Some researchers speculate that this part of the brain might be more attuned to the subtle energies of higher dimensions, allowing us to perceive information that lies beyond the reach of our logical, analytical mind. This aligns with the idea that intuition is a kind of sixth sense, one that enables us to perceive the hidden layers of reality. The practical implications of this theory are profound. If intuition is indeed a tool for accessing higher dimensions, then developing this ability could open up new possibilities for understanding ourselves and the universe. Techniques like mindfulness, journaling, and energy work can help us to strengthen our intuitive connection, allowing us to tap into the wisdom of universal consciousness with greater clarity and confidence. By learning to trust our intuition, we might find ourselves better equipped to navigate the challenges of life, guided by a deeper sense of purpose and alignment with the cosmos. As we explore the role of intuition in dimensional awareness, we're reminded of its potential to serve as a bridge between the known and the unknown. Intuition is more than just a feeling. It's a powerful tool that can help us to access the hidden dimensions of existence, offering us insights and guidance that transcend the limits of our everyday perception. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll delve into the fascinating concept of synchronicity and its role in aligning us with hidden dimensions. Now, let's turn our attention to the mysterious phenomenon of synchronicity and its potential role in aligning us with hidden dimensions. Synchronicity, often described as meaningful coincidences, is when events seem to connect in ways that defy ordinary explanation. These moments feel too perfectly timed or too deeply significant to be mere chance, leading many to wonder if they're glimpses of a deeper, interconnected reality. Imagine this: you're thinking about an old friend you haven't seen in years, and suddenly they call you out of the blue. Or perhaps you're grappling with a difficult decision, and the answer seems to appear in a song lyric or a random conversation. These experiences often leave us with a sense of awe, as if the universe is sending us a message. But what if these synchronicities are more than just random occurrences? What if they're signs of alignment with hidden dimensions, where the boundaries between cause and effect blur and everything is interconnected? The concept of synchronicity was popularized by the psychologist Carl Jung, who saw it as evidence of a deeper order in the universe. Jung believed that synchronicities reveal the presence of an underlying pattern, one that connects the inner world of the mind with the outer world of events. In this view, meaningful coincidences are not accidents but expressions of a unified reality, where consciousness and the physical world are deeply intertwined. This idea aligns with theories of hidden dimensions, suggesting that synchronicities might be moments when our awareness brushes against these higher planes of existence. From a multidimensional perspective, synchronicities could be seen as points of overlap between different layers of reality. Just as ripples on the surface of a pond can intersect and create patterns, events in our lives might intersect with events in other dimensions, creating moments of profound connection. These overlaps could explain why synchronicities often feel so significant. They're not just random events but intersections of multiple realities, where information and energy flow freely between dimensions. Consider the idea that time, as we experience it, is just one dimension among many. In higher dimensions, past, present, and future might coexist, creating a web of possibilities that our consciousness can tap into. Synchronicities could be moments when this web becomes visible, offering us glimpses of the interconnectedness of all things. For example, a dream that later comes true or a series of events that seem to guide you toward a specific path might be signs that your consciousness is aligning with a higher dimensional flow. Spiritual traditions around the world have long recognized the significance of synchronicities. In many cultures, they're seen as messages from the divine or the universe, guiding individuals toward their true purpose. Practices like meditation, divination, and mindfulness are often used to cultivate awareness of these meaningful coincidences, helping people to recognize and interpret the signs around them. This suggests that synchronicity is not just a passive experience but an active process, one that requires us to be open and attentive to the subtle signals of the cosmos. Modern science is also beginning to explore the nature of synchronicity, though it remains a challenging concept to study. Some researchers suggest that synchronicities might be linked to quantum entanglement, where particles remain connected across vast distances, influencing each other instantaneously. If consciousness operates on a similar principle, then synchronicities could be evidence of a quantum connection between minds and events, bridging the gap between the physical and the metaphysical. The practical implications of this theory are profound. If synchronicities are indeed signs of alignment with hidden dimensions, then paying attention to them could help us navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. By recognizing these meaningful coincidences, we might find ourselves more in tune with the flow of the universe, making decisions that feel guided by a deeper wisdom. Techniques like journaling, mindfulness, and reflective practices can help us to become more aware of synchronicities, allowing us to harness their guidance in our daily lives. As we explore the role of synchronicity in dimensional alignment, we're reminded of its potential to reveal the hidden connections that bind the universe together. Synchronicity is more than just coincidence, it's a window into a deeper reality where everything is interconnected and nothing happens by chance. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll uncover the fascinating role of archetypes in shaping consciousness across dimensions. Now, let's shift our focus to the timeless concept of archetypes and their profound influence on consciousness across dimensions. Archetypes are universal symbols or patterns that appear in myths, dreams, and stories across cultures and time periods. These recurring themes, like the hero, the mentor, or the trickster, seem to resonate deeply within us, suggesting that they might be more than just cultural constructs. What if archetypes are bridges between dimensions, connecting our individual consciousness to a collective, universal awareness? Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, described archetypes as the building blocks of the human psyche. He believed that these symbols emerge from what he called the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of experiences and knowledge that transcends individual mind. In this view, archetypes are not just stories or images but living forces that shape how we perceive the world and ourselves. They influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, often without us even realizing it. But what if these archetypes exist not just in our minds but in the very fabric of reality, woven into the hidden dimensions of the universe? From a multidimensional perspective, archetypes could be seen as templates or blueprints that exist across different layers of reality. Just as a single seed contains the potential for an entire tree, archetypes might hold the potential for infinite expressions of consciousness. For example, the hero archetype isn't just a character in a story. It's a pattern that can manifest in countless ways, from ancient myths to modern movies, and even in our own lives. This suggests that archetypes are not confined to one dimension but exist across multiple planes, influencing how consciousness unfolds in each. Consider the idea that archetypes are like keys that unlock different aspects of reality. When we encounter an archetype, whether in a dream, a work of art, or a personal experience, we're tapping into a deeper layer of existence. These moments often feel profound and transformative, as if we've connected with something much larger than ourselves. This could be because archetypes are not just symbols but gateways to higher dimensions, where the boundaries between the individual and the universal begin to dissolve. Spiritual traditions have long recognized the power of archetypes. In many cultures, they're seen as divine forces or cosmic principles that guide human evolution. For instance, the mother archetype represents nurturing and creation, while the shadow archetype embodies the hidden, often darker aspects of the self. By engaging with these archetypes through rituals, meditation, or storytelling, we can align ourselves with the deeper currents of consciousness, gaining insight into our own lives and the nature of reality. Modern psychology and neuroscience are also beginning to explore the role of archetypes in shaping human experience. Some researchers suggest that archetypes might be hardwired into our brains, emerging from the way our minds process information and make sense of the world. If this is true, then archetypes could be a fundamental part of how consciousness operates, both within and beyond the physical realm. They might serve as a kind of universal language, allowing us to communicate and connect across dimensions. The practical implications of this theory are fascinating. By understanding and working with archetypes, we can gain greater insight into our own lives and the world around us. For example, recognizing the hero archetype in our own journey can inspire us to face challenges with courage and determination. Engaging with the mentor archetype can help us seek guidance and wisdom in times of uncertainty. Archetypes offer a framework for understanding the deeper patterns of existence, helping us to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. As we explore the role of archetypes in consciousness, we're reminded of their power to connect us to something greater than ourselves. They are not just symbols but living forces that shape our perceptions, our experiences, and our understanding of reality. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll delve into the intriguing concept of time loops and their potential influence on consciousness across dimensions. Now, let's step into the fascinating realm of time loops and their potential connection to consciousness. Imagine time not as a straight line but as a spiral or a circle, where moments repeat endlessly, creating loops that trap or liberate our awareness. This idea challenges our conventional understanding of time, suggesting that higher dimensions might operate under entirely different rules where past, present, and future coexist in a continuous cycle. Time loops are a concept often explored in science fiction, but what if they're more than just a storytelling device? What if they're a real phenomenon woven into the fabric of higher dimensions? In these dimensions, time might not flow in one direction but instead fold back on itself, creating loops where events repeat or overlap. For consciousness, this could mean being caught in a cycle of experiences, reliving moments over and over until a deeper understanding or shift in awareness occurs. From a spiritual perspective, time loops could be seen as opportunities for growth and transformation. Many traditions speak of cycles of rebirth or reincarnation, where the soul revisits similar lessons or challenges across lifetimes. In this view, time loops aren't traps but rather tools for evolution, allowing consciousness to refine itself through repetition. Each loop offers a chance to break free from old patterns, gain new insights, and move closer to a state of liberation. But what if time loops also exist on a smaller scale, influencing our everyday lives? Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a cycle, repeating the same mistakes or facing the same challenges? This could be a personal time loop where your consciousness is caught in a pattern that keeps you from moving forward. Breaking free might require a shift in perspective, a moment of clarity that allows you to see the loop for what it is and step out of it. Quantum physics offers another intriguing angle. Some theories suggest that particles can exist in multiple states at once, and that time itself might be non-linear. If consciousness is influenced by these quantum processes, then time loops could be a natural feature of how our awareness interacts with higher dimensions. In this scenario, our perception of time as linear might be an illusion, and the true nature of reality could involve overlapping timelines and recurring cycles. The idea of time loops also raises questions about free will and destiny. If we're caught in a loop, are we doomed to repeat the same actions, or do we have the power to change the outcome? Many spiritual teachings suggest that consciousness has the ability to transcend these cycles, using awareness and intention to break free and create new possibilities. This aligns with the idea that time loops are not fixed but fluid, shaped by the choices we make and the level of consciousness we bring to each moment. As we explore the role of time loops in consciousness, we're invited to consider how these cycles might shape our lives and our understanding of reality. Whether they are seen as traps or opportunities, time loops remind us that time itself is far more mysterious than we often assume. And with that, we'll move forward to our next theory, where we'll delve into the intriguing possibility of extraterrestrial consciousness and its interaction with higher dimensions. Now, let's venture into the intriguing possibility that extraterrestrial beings might not just exist in distant galaxies, but could also inhabit higher dimensions. Imagine a reality where advanced civilizations have evolved beyond the constraints of our three-dimensional world, accessing realms of existence that are invisible to us. These beings, with their heightened consciousness, might perceive and interact with the universe in ways that are completely beyond our current understanding. The idea of alien consciousness existing in higher dimensions opens up a fascinating dialogue about the nature of intelligence and awareness. If these beings operate in dimensions beyond our own, their perception of time, space, and reality could be vastly different from ours. For instance, what we experience as linear time might appear to them as a single, interconnected moment. Their ability to navigate these dimensions could allow them to observe or even influence our reality in ways that seem miraculous or inexplicable to us. From a scientific perspective, this theory aligns with concepts like string theory and the multiverse, which suggest the existence of multiple dimensions beyond the ones we can perceive. If extraterrestrial civilizations have evolved to access these dimensions, their technology and understanding of the universe would likely be far more advanced than ours. They might use these higher dimensions as a means of travel, communication, or even energy manipulation, creating phenomena that we interpret as UFOs or unexplained cosmic events. Spiritually, the idea of alien consciousness in higher dimensions resonates with ancient beliefs about celestial beings or ascended masters who guide humanity from unseen realms. Many traditions speak of entities that exist beyond the physical plane, offering wisdom or intervention when needed. If these beings are indeed operating in higher dimensions, their consciousness could be deeply intertwined with the collective awareness of humanity, subtly influencing our evolution and spiritual growth. But how might their consciousness interact with ours? One possibility is through subtle, almost imperceptible exchanges of energy or information. These interactions could manifest as sudden insights, intuitive flashes, or even altered states of consciousness during meditation or deep contemplation. Some researchers suggest that encounters with extraterrestrial beings, whether physical or metaphysical, might be facilitated through these higher dimensional connections, allowing for a transfer of knowledge or awareness that transcends ordinary communication. Another angle to consider is the role of technology in bridging the gap between dimensions. If extraterrestrial civilizations have developed tools to manipulate higher dimensional space, they might use these to establish contact with us. This could explain phenomena like crop circles, which some believe are messages or symbols left by beings from other dimensions. These markings, often appearing overnight with intricate geometric precision, could be attempts to communicate with humanity in a language that transcends words. The concept of alien consciousness in higher dimensions also raises profound questions about our place in the universe. If these beings exist, are they observing us, guiding us, or simply coexisting in a reality we cannot yet perceive? Their presence, whether benevolent or neutral, challenges us to expand our understanding of consciousness and the potential for life beyond our own dimension. It invites us to consider that we are not alone in the universe, and that the universe itself might be far more complex and interconnected than we ever imagined. As we explore this theory, we're reminded that the boundaries of reality are far more fluid than they appear. The possibility of extraterrestrial consciousness in higher dimensions not only expands our understanding of the cosmos, but also invites us to rethink the nature of existence itself. And with that, we'll transition to our next theory, where we'll examine how near-death experiences might offer glimpses into these hidden dimensions and the profound impact they can have on our awareness. Now, let's shift our focus to a phenomenon that has fascinated scientists, spiritual seekers, and skeptics alike: near-death experiences. These profound events, often described as life-altering, might offer more than just a glimpse into the mysteries of life and death. They could be windows into hidden dimensions of consciousness. Imagine for a moment what it might feel like to hover outside your body, to see light at the end of a tunnel, or to encounter beings of immense wisdom and love. For many who have experienced this, it's not just a brush with death. It's a journey into a reality that defies our everyday understanding. near-death experiences often share striking similarities regardless of cultural or personal backgrounds. People report feelings of peace, a sense of detachment from their physical bodies, and encounters with otherworldly realms or entities. Some describe moving through tunnels of light, while others speak of entering vast, luminous landscapes. These accounts suggest that during these moments, consciousness might transcend the limits of our three-dimensional world, accessing dimensions that are normally hidden from us. Could these experiences be evidence of a deeper, interconnected reality that exists beyond our physical senses? From a scientific perspective, near-death experiences challenge our understanding of the brain and consciousness. Some researchers propose that these phenomena are the result of neurological processes, such as oxygen deprivation or the release of endorphins. However, others argue that the vividness and consistency of these experiences point to something more profound, a temporary shift into higher dimensions of awareness. If consciousness is not confined to the brain but exists independently, as some theories suggest, then near-death experiences might be moments when the veil between dimensions is lifted, allowing us to perceive realities that are always present but usually invisible. Spiritually, near-death experiences are often seen as transformative encounters with the divine or the infinite. Many who return from these experiences describe a profound shift in their understanding of life, death, and the nature of existence. They often speak of losing their fear of death, gaining a deeper sense of purpose, and feeling a stronger connection to all living things. These changes suggest that near-death experiences don't just reveal hidden dimensions, they also expand the consciousness of those who undergo them, leaving a lasting impact on how they perceive and interact with the world. But what if these experiences are more than just personal transformations? What if they are glimpses into a universal truth about the nature of reality? Some theories propose that near-death experiences are moments when the soul or consciousness briefly detaches from the physical body, entering a higher dimensional space where time and space operate differently. In this state, the boundaries between self and other, past and future, dissolve, revealing a unified field of awareness. This could explain why so many people report feelings of unity, love, and interconnectedness during these experiences. The transformative effects of near-death experiences also raise intriguing questions about the potential of human consciousness. If these moments allow us to access higher dimensions even briefly, what does that mean for our everyday awareness? Could practices like meditation, mindfulness, or even certain forms of therapy help us tap into these states without the need for a life-threatening event? The possibility that we might be able to expand our consciousness and access hidden dimensions through intentional effort opens up exciting avenues for exploration, both scientifically and spiritually. As we reflect on the role of near-death experiences in dimensional awareness, we're reminded that the boundaries of our reality are far more fluid than they seem. These experiences challenge us to reconsider not only what happens after death, but also the nature of life itself. They invite us to explore the idea that consciousness is not confined to the physical world, but is part of a vast, multidimensional tapestry that we are only beginning to understand. And with that, we'll move to our final theory, where we'll explore how love might be the ultimate force connecting all dimensions of consciousness. Now, as we approach the culmination of our journey through the hidden dimensions of consciousness, we arrive at a theory that touches the very core of our existence, the role of love in universal consciousness. Love, often seen as the most profound of human emotions, might hold the key to understanding the interconnectedness of all things across dimensions. Imagine love not just as a feeling between individuals, but as a fundamental force that binds the universe together, transcending time, space, and even the boundaries of reality as we know it. In many spiritual traditions, love is described as the essence of creation, the glue that holds the cosmos in harmony. From ancient philosophies to modern metaphysical thought, love is often portrayed as a universal energy that flows through all dimensions, connecting every particle of existence. This idea suggests that love is not merely an emotion confined to the human experience, but a vibrational frequency that resonates across the fabric of reality. Could it be that love is the thread that weaves together the hidden dimensions of consciousness, creating a unified field of awareness? Scientifically, the concept of love as a unifying force aligns with theories in quantum physics that propose the existence of a fundamental interconnectedness in the universe. Quantum entanglement, for example, shows that particles can be instantaneously connected across vast distances, as if they share a deeper, invisible bond. Some researchers speculate that this phenomenon might mirror the way love operates on a cosmic scale, linking consciousness across dimensions. If consciousness itself is a form of energy, then love, as a high-frequency vibration, could be the medium through which this energy flows, creating a seamless web of connection. The transformative power of love is evident in countless personal and collective experiences. Acts of love and compassion have the ability to heal, inspire, and bring people together in ways that defy logic. On a larger scale, love has been the driving force behind movements that have changed the course of history, uniting individuals across cultures, languages, and beliefs. These moments of unity suggest that love is not just a personal experience but a universal force that transcends individual boundaries, connecting us to something greater than ourselves. But what if love is more than just a force that connects us to each other? What if it is the very fabric of higher dimensions, the essence of universal consciousness itself? Some theories propose that in higher dimensional spaces, love is not an emotion but a state of being, a pure and unconditional awareness that permeates all existence. In these dimensions, the separation between self and other dissolves, revealing a reality where love is the fundamental truth of existence. This perspective invites us to consider that our experiences of love in this world are mere reflections of a deeper, multidimensional reality. The implications of this theory are profound. If love is the key to understanding the interconnectedness of all things, then cultivating love in our lives might be a way to align ourselves with the higher dimensions of consciousness. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and acts of kindness could be seen as tools for tuning into this universal frequency, allowing us to experience the unity that lies beyond the illusion of separation. By embracing love as a guiding principle, we might not only transform our own lives but also contribute to the evolution of collective consciousness. As we reflect on the role of love in universal consciousness, we are reminded that the mysteries of existence are not just intellectual puzzles to be solved but profound truths to be felt and lived. Love, in all its forms, offers us a glimpse into the hidden dimensions of reality, revealing the interconnectedness that binds us all. It challenges us to see beyond the surface of our everyday experiences and to recognize the deeper unity that underlies the diversity of life. And with this understanding, we come to the end of our exploration, leaving you with a question to ponder. If love is the ultimate force connecting all dimensions of consciousness, how might embracing it transform not only your life but the very fabric of reality itself? As we bring this journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible tapestry of ideas we've explored together. From the holographic universe to the role of love in universal consciousness, these 30 theories have taken us on a profound exploration of the hidden dimensions that may shape our reality. Each theory, in its own unique way, invites us to reconsider what we know about existence, consciousness, and the very fabric of the cosmos. Together, they paint a picture of a universe far more intricate and interconnected than we might have ever imagined. We've delved into the possibility that our reality is a projection of higher dimensional information, explored how consciousness might span across multiple universes, and even considered the idea that our universe could be a simulation coded in dimensions beyond our perception. We've examined how vibrations, geometry, and even emotions might serve as bridges to these hidden realms, and how practices like meditation and dreams could unlock doors to dimensions we've yet to fully understand. Through it all, one theme has remained constant: the idea that consciousness is not confined to the physical world, but is deeply intertwined with the mysteries of the universe itself. These theories challenge us to think beyond the limits of our everyday experiences and to consider the profound implications of a multidimensional reality. They remind us that the universe is not just a collection of stars and planets, but a living, breathing entity filled with layers of meaning and possibility. And perhaps most importantly, they encourage us to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as integral parts of a vast, interconnected whole. As we conclude this exploration, I leave you with a question to carry forward. If consciousness truly extends beyond the dimensions we perceive, what does that mean for your place in the universe? How might embracing these ideas transform the way you see yourself, your relationships, and your connection to the world around you? The answers may not be simple, but the journey of discovery is one worth taking. Thank you for joining me on this adventure through the hidden dimensions of consciousness. If you found this exploration as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a journey into the mysteries of the universe. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, the universe is far more extraordinary than we can imagine.